So I just wanted to give an overview of the layout, and I thought we'd start here with the locomotive servicing area. So Walther's kit. Sure, you see a lot of these on a lot of railroads, but build it pretty standard as per the instructions. Got some graffiti though on the side because we're assuming it's in a downtown area, and just inside we have actually put in the heavy duty crane. So just trying to personalize it a little bit. Still to be finished, but we're making good headway. And if we look behind that, then we've got the fuel and sanding points. So what we've done here is taken the Helgen kit and then scratch built some canopies over the top. So again, still to be scenic. And then just in the background there, we've got a office block, which we're going to detail up and weather yet. That's just painted and thrown together. No weathering just yet. So scratch built sanding tower there. You might notice on the top two pill bottles. So hey, we're using anything we can to get out here. So this leads out then onto the main. Right down here, if we just move this loco out the way, we've got a nice little derail catch point here so that no errant locomotives get out onto the main line. Alright, after fueling and sanding, we get out onto the main line, and the first major industry we come to is the Clearwater Mill Complex. So we've got here, as we're starting off with the old, which is an old grain elevator, Prairie Sentinel, and we're going to weather that one up real good, like it's falling to pieces. And then we move on to the larger new grain elevator complex, which we made from several kit bashed Walther's kits. So not finished yet, none of the windows are in, but there's the loading shed. Lots of work still to do. And we have another smaller competitor there, and some silos and some freight sheds. If we follow the main line around, got some signals there. We're gonna come around this first peninsula, and then we're gonna come into the throat of the intermodal yard. So again, haven't really got enough space for the full intermodal yard, but we'll model this as a kind of entrance to a facsimile of a large intermodal yard. So then we start to climb the grade. It's a 2% grade, and then we're gonna come around. This will be mountains here. Again, BLMA signals throughout, not lit yet, but we're working on that. And we come into Upper Seaton with a passing siding, and below that is Lower Seaton, where we're going to have a number of industries. Engineering firm here, wood and lumber here. Got some flats in the background so we can have some cars spotted. The BLMA signal bridge. A control point here, as you can see below, just building our block detection board, which will go on. As we follow this around, we now move into the what's going to be a heavily scenic area, and this is going to be the Thompson River Canyon. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the river running down through the middle here, and the Rocky Mountains with rock sheds going up towards the back. So follow this on, the river will be down here, and then again over and under the railroads. So moving down grade now, you can just see the foam insulation. And what we're doing here is just, I'm just trying to try some different things with colours for the rocks. This is all carved foam, no plastic castings yet, although I might use some of those in a moment. So I'm downgrade around this second peninsula. What we're going to have in this area is this is going to be replaced by a big trestle bridge and a big canyon which would go right down to the floor. As we come around here, we come to Trinity cement, sand and glass. So I'm trying to make this look like a real industrial complex. So lots of bins, lots of elevators, lots of conveyor belts, just to make it look real busy. Here's an interesting little piece. This is over a little culvert and river. So as a shunting issue, we're going to make sure that no locomotives can actually cross that bridge. So it's going to add some a little bit of interest to when we're shunting this industry. As we come back, we've got the exit from Trinity up and over. And as we follow the main line around again, then we get into my dabbling with some scenery, some rocks, just carving those out of insulation board. Obviously trees are going to be a major issue modelling the Rocky Mountains, so we're going to spend a lot of time making trees. The fun just never starts. So then again, we're going to zip back out down through a tunnel back to the river and the snow shed portion, and then we've got a second track that heads around the back, which takes us back down, and that'll be underneath the mountain scene. And then, much to my wife's amusement, there's a little spur here which is going to run off towards the next industry. So I'm going to have a steel mill here in where my office is. So and here's the desk which is going to be running JMRI, so we'll be able to dispatch without actually seeing the layout. So if I pan back, you can see how it all fits into the basement. Just starting things, but a long way to go. But the key for me was to make sure I had a reason for the railroad to exist. So grain, cement, sand and glass, lumber over there, and then when we get back to here, we're going to have a steel yard. Quite pleased with the way the rocks have turned out so far, but again, just starting, so not done any ground cover or anything there at the moment. Again, signals are all in place, but not wired up yet. Again, with the Trinity area still all to be painted, but we'll have that all up in corporate colours as soon as we can.